What am I doing? Exactly the same as I was doing a year ago, which is spending time in the garden, doing things I don't particularly want to do, but to get out of the way of my wife, so I'm not in the same space. Do you know, the constriction in my voice is increasing. I did go and visit my friend this morning at a market she was doing that I chose not to attend myself, and my voice was much easier then. Much clearer, whereas now it's just throttled again. What's happening? We've had some trees down, half a big oak and half a damson and some bits of ash. And I've just been getting rid of them. I could sort through and sort out firewood from it, but I can't be bothered. It's not like we use a lot now. Is that better? Who knows? Who cares? So I've cut the stuff up, some of it over the summer, some yesterday, dragged it over here and started a fire. I would much rather have been indoors in the warm. But it's difficult. Yeah, I suppose I could do something about it. I could make more noise, I could say more, but I have nothing to say. I've run right out of words. She did go out this afternoon briefly, and that is such a relief. Although I do have this usual thing that I think there's loads of things I want to do. Now she's gone, I can actually do something rather than just lurk in another room. But there's never much time in the end. So I opted to do this, which is, yeah, outside it's wet and muddy. But it's a bit of exercise which I don't get very often. I am aware though that I'm out here to avoid being in there. I see she has come back now. And it's too dark to see what I'm doing, but I'm still here. Any news? Been thinking a lot more about my father and what's going on there. And not really coming to much of a conclusion. Well, that's not entirely true. I have actually been coming to lots of conclusions. I think I mentioned his complete absence of empathy. And understanding, and I find it difficult to even think about talking to him. I suppose I have been spoiled because I have had my friend recently to talk to for the last 2 years, which has been an amazing, valuable experience. So even now I'm looking in the dark, expecting my wife to turn up any minute and say, "What are you doing?" So I'm not particularly relaxed. Since I spoke to you last, I have spoken to my father on the telephone, and it was very unsatisfactory, as it happens. He was in some distress, which didn't make it easier. but I was tongue-tied. What else has happened? I have, in the last few days, without wanting to go into detail, too much detail, have indulged my closet exhibitionist, which has been well, it's something I've enjoyed. The thing that actually spoils it for me, compromises it, is the time it takes to upload videos here on this crappy broadband we have. And we're talking, I've mentioned this before, like 7 hours for a 2-minute video. But it's quite a thrill. Something I've dreamed about probably my whole life. Never been able to do. Yeah, come on, it's all anonymous and probably not particularly adventurous or challenging or exciting, but I find it exciting because it's something I've always wanted to do and not done before. Not been able to, felt able to do, or had the facilities to do. So amongst all the doom and gloom, that's something exciting. Something else positive, as I mentioned, I saw my friend this morning, and there had definitely been some distance between us, but that went quite well, so I was pleased with that. And it does give me more hope over the possibility of there being somewhere to move to, should I, if I, when I choose to move from here. That'll do. Admit I'm tired. My voice is struggling. And there's not much more I can do with this evening. I'm loath to wait around and that's pretty, isn't it? Oh yes. I'm loath to wait around and turn all the ends in because I want the ends tomorrow to get it going again. Wow. I don't need to say anything, you can just watch this. I wonder if I can separate that off and upload it as a separate video. Mind you, it may not be half so spectacular. Viewing it subsequently.